7,690 miles.
Resulting in square edges on me front tyre. It's basically flat across there and then it goes sharp either side, so I'm going to change it.
Hi folks, yeah, miles on the vehicle. I'm only getting, well, I've got 7,000 out this one, but I think the one I had previously I got 6,000 out. It's probably my riding style. I am doing mainly motorways, so I'm not doing much of the twisties. It's roughly 90 mile a day, and I would say 85 of that is on a motorway. And I think that's what wears through why the front tyre wears like that so much. I've tried, they came with Dunlops and they lasted about 6,000. I've got a bit more out of this Pirelli, so that's what I'm going to do. Today I'm going to change my front tyre. This may be a long video, so I may split it. And in fact I think I will. I'll split it into removal and replacement of the front wheel and then changing a tyre. Although I'm hoping I'll do it all in one day. Here we go.
On this side we have a mud guard, a couple of bolts there. We have a caliper, a couple of bolts there. Can you see that caliper? That's a bolt there and a bolt there, and we have a wheel with a spindle going through. There's also a little Allen bolt there, which we disconnect that, it will loosen off the tubing. So that's that side. On the other side, here we go again. Very similar. Two caliper bolts, little Allen key, Allen bolt. Loosen off that, that will swing away. That's the axle, and a couple of things, and yeah, mud guard. A couple of things I didn't point out though was at the front of the axle. Where's my light? Where's my light? Hopefully you can see that. Yep. These keep the fork tight around the axle. So it's probably wise to loosen all these bolts, not necessarily not take them out, but loosen them before we lift up the bike, because we'll have to lift up the bike to get the front wheel out. And that's what we're going to do first. 22? See if I'm right. I'm right. So let's loosen that off. There you go. Front of there, Allen bolts, they're 6. Is that a 6 as well? No. Is that a 6 as well? No. No. I think them ones are 12. They are. By the way, I'm not doing this in any particular order apart from slacking off. it's not something I do regularly, so I've never actually got the best order. There may be a better order. This is the order I'm doing it in. That's that one, and that is a 5. Should be doing it. Moving behind it. Not behind there, it's moving. I might need to jack it up so I can see what I'm doing behind there, but there's a bleeding nut behind there that's moving. I'll get my finger on it. You can't even see that, can you? Bugger. Don't lose it. There you go, did you see that one? Full there. There it is. If you're going to drop it, keep your eyes open to see where you're going to drop it. So that was to remove that. So that means the caliper will now come off when I've flicked the wheel off, so it shouldn't bind on that. And while I'm on this side, let's loosen these F5s as well. Now, I can't remember if I needed to take this off. Well, I'm going to slacken them anyway, just in case I do. And you can't see what I'm doing here. I'll take these off. I don't know whether you have to remove the fender, but anything that makes life easier and it's not a pain to do. There you go. Right. I think that's everything on that side, now the other side. Don't need to take these all the way out, they just need to be slackened so we can move the so you can pull out the axle. Next thing to remember, now I've slackened everything off, is if I pull the wheel out,
this front end is just going to go down because it's the axle that's holding the front end up. So we need to support it. So I'll put a jack under the front. So how we're going to do it, we've got a hydraulic jack and part of the bench of an old workmate, and it's nice and long so it can go under the width of the bike. It's also, this one nicely has measurements on, so I know when it's roughly in the middle. Put that on there. If you look to see where I'm putting it under, the front of the pipes. It doesn't have to take a lot of weight because once the front wheel's off it will tend to sink to the back. It's just in case. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is all done on a centre stand, so no idea what you'd do if you didn't have a centre stand. So that's that idea. I'm going to jack this up, and then under these bits I'm going to stick an axle stand, just again to support it should it fall. There's the axle stands on both sides. So now it's only as a secondary thing. Should that fail, it'll come down onto that rather than all the thing falling forward. Once I get the wheel off, however, the weight will be to the back. So now we've got to take the wheel off. So we take that out. And then it's getting that out. Comes out this side. So I use a 15mm socket. It fits in there and it fits around the rim of that, so it's not damage it. And then I'll stick my extension on it to push it like that, or to persuade it should I need to. And then on the other side I have this big hex bar that was used as an Allen key for it was used for an old bike I had for something, I can't remember what, but that fits in there lovely, and you just start turning it, and as it turns and you push from the other side it will come out. As it's out of one side, now I just hold it up and pull it out, and hopefully it should slide out because it should have been greased nicely, which this one was. You can see the grease on it. So that put there in a dirt-free environment. You then need to be aware of the spacers on this side. It will come out. That one, and on the other side, if I can show you before it drops, bear with, just need to wipe my hands before I pick the food up and get ready for a quick move. So this side, you've got the something to do with the ABS, right? So that just comes off and you leave it and you put it nowhere near a magnet. Then all we've got is the calipers, which are there. I don't know whether you'll be able to see from that angle, can you see? And you just push off like that. Jiggle off. Same on the other side. There you go. Quick inspection. Seems to be plenty on them.
None of the see that? None of the pistons are out unevenly, so that's alright.
And that's it for getting the wheel off. Hopefully I showed you everything. Wheel is now off. And well, they're not actually resting on them stands, but they will do should the jack fail. New tyre. Same wife. I just said new tyre. What's that? Oh, me dust cap. I'm not going to show you how it was done. I might describe it, but I needed help. So, reverse installation of that is basically just the reverse. Right, so there's that goes in there, and then that goes there into the wheel. That's all a bit I need to clean down. Wipe down, clean down. Do you clean down or do you wipe down? Do I care? I'm not really bothered, but if you want to tell us, tell us. Right. Can you see that? Can you see where I'm putting that? I don't know, I think that goes in the middle wheel. Yeah. Right, now I'm gonna put some grease on me. Is that an axle or a spindle? No idea. I don't know whether I've been calling it one or the other day. Let's see if we can make it a bit clearer. It's not very light. Right, because that tab there on the goes into this, the back of this, the square one there, that one, yeah, that one, that square one, that one, locates on that tab that I showed you. So there's the, you see that? Hopefully you can see that. We're coming in. There we are. Right, let's just check this thing. And would you believe it? We're not in the right place. There you go, we're in now. That's okay. Right, so we shall screw the screw in so it doesn't get out again. One thing you got to be careful of, which I did once, was cross thread these, and I had to get the caliper tapped. So please do it by hand first, and then go for the tightening. Oh, you fucking, didn't I just say that goes there? You must be laughing at me. Everything I've done today. Did I tell you this was a 20-minute job? Putting this tyre on, according to one thing I watched on YouTube, it's about 20 to 30 minutes to change a tyre. So I tried. It doesn't take long to take it off, as you've seen. Take the wheel off. So I tried, and I was going to video it, and I started videoing it, and my battery went flat, and I still hadn't broken both beads. I got one side done, but I could not do the other.
ended up having to take it to a shop and get them to break it. Fortunately, I found a backstreet garage who weren't bothered about it. I'm more than happy to do it. But the major chains just won't touch bike wheels. If I'm willing to take it there and ask them, I don't see why they should have a worry. But, it's all these claims and insurance things and shit like that. Wasn't asking them to change it. So anyway, long shot is they broke the bead for us. I brought it back, got the tyre off in probably about 20 minutes with levers. So it is doable, it's not difficult at all. Putting the one on took a bit longer because you lever one side over and then it'll pop out again, but I managed it. I'd say all told it was sort of tyre off and tyre on within an hour easy. But I normally do have issues breaking the bead, but this, I got one side done so quick, but the other side just wouldn't go. So I'm not going to put a video up of how to change a tyre until I do one properly. Right, that's them two. That one goes in through the fender, that one gets tightened up there. I'll do the other side. Flying, flying, flying. There you go. Can you see? That's the fender. The bike. We're doing fine. Which was a socket with little buggers in. Oh, I tell you what, not while we're down on the ground and nothing's moving, I'll tighten these up. What's going on? Click. 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 I'm happy with them. Oh, we have one in. Yep. Oh, don't tell me these are different bloody lengths. No, they're all the same length, thank God for that. I didn't segregate them. Marvellous. Into the side. Right. Then we'll set you up. back of the fender. Yeah, there's a fucking nut that I've cut this come off. Right. So how do I get back there? I don't know. Get them in the holes first. Yeah, there you go. I'll have to use a screwdriver first, I think. We shall stick that on. I can only get it from one side, I think. I might have to take this off to give us a bit more room. I don't know whether it would, it might do. Ah, I need to take it off anyway because I forgot to put that on. Well, that makes life easier. $12. I might be able to. So we want that in there. That behind there. As usual, absolutely nothing to see here, folks. Well, oh yeah, it's in. Look at me. Didn't know it'd be that easy. Didn't know it'd be that easy. Good. And then these back on. And that one back on. Yep. Click. Click. Right. Right, back to where we were. Tighten, tighten, tighten. Tighten, tighten. Are they tightened? Can't go. Let's just check. Might need a nip. Fucking hell, man, Alan. I just bloody hell. Right, here's another one for you. When things fall, why do they land in the most awkwardest of places? Click. Click. Right. So the only thing that's left, which I've now found, said bit fall, is, I don't know if you can see them there, but these two nip things need to be nipped up. Right, I shall say goodbye. So, happy New Year, happy Christmas, happy Halloween, happy days. And I ain't gonna start singing. Bye bye.